Welcome back to Grimmy Eat World, meal number 3. Have a bunch of Milano. They were on sale when I got them. They were all new when I got them. A couple limited editions were out when I got them. I was very surprised to find out that there's like over a dozen flavors of Milano cookies. So I had to try a bunch of ones that I haven't had before. Have to go with the original so we can compare. And I expect this to be a very delightful snack. Hopefully I can eat it all. After I do the ones that aren't sweet, I definitely feel my stomach filling up a little bit. So we're gonna see how far we can get. We're gonna have some milk to go along with it, and we're gonna have a good time and enjoy a nice late snack. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I basically already did my intro, so I don't got to do another one. Obviously, I'm starting with a classic. Gotta start with the classic. Actually is better than I remember. I was never much of a Milano fan, mostly because the chocolate was very underwhelming. You know what? Before I really get going, I feel like I got to reframe this because this is I just feel like there's so much empty space. All right, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. All right, now I gotta try. This one is the London Fog. Now, this one smells just like tea. I'm not mad at it. It does taste like tea, but it does have a little extra flavor to it. So it still has a nice sweet cookie taste. London Fog may not be exactly for me, but it definitely still came out well. Now here is a white chocolate coconut. The Coconut really comes through. That's pretty yummy. All right. It's time to try a dreaded lemon. White chocolate lemon. Now I'll say, the lemon is kind of as much lemony as I would prefer. I'm actually gonna say this is pretty good. We have the caramel cafe au lait. Oh my God. That one really does taste like a caramel coffee. That one's cool. Definitely gotta try that one. That one has all the right notes. And last, the white chocolate strawberry. I'm not a great fan of the strawberry they use. All right. I think as far as things go, I'm pretty sure I would rate all of these B+. Like, they were all very good. The flavors that they were going for came out very well. I think that all of these Milanos were a B+. It's not exactly my ideal type of cookie, but they actually all were very tasty. The only one that I would probably rate about a C is this one, because the strawberry is on the edge for me. Like, the strawberry flavoring just sometimes does not sit right, and this is one of those times. Let's mix them. I can get down with the Milano dip. They actually take in liquids pretty easily, very, very much like Oreos. I think I've unlocked the secret. Milano milk dips, that might be where it's at. I will say it does water down the flavor a bit. It was good for the strawberry because it takes away a little bit of that strawberry, but all the other ones are really good and it takes the good flavor in the middle away from it a bit. Unlike an Oreo's where it unlocks the flavor in the middle. It's almost like this washes it right out. With coconut, you could taste it through the milk. All right, these are a pair of the tea, the London Fog. London Fog, you could taste through the milk. I think the lemon's going to make it through the milk too. The lemon was a rather sharp flavor. I definitely enjoyed the strawberry and the lemon ones dipped because it mellowed out the flavors of the fruits that they use and are less than desirable. The coffee does shine through. I don't know, it's just hard to go back to not dipping them because they're so much better when they're softer. I love soft cookies. And they get so soft so quick, it's nice. I completely forget what I was going to talk about this meal. I had a topic. Well, the strawberry ones are gone. Those were by far my least favorite. So I found today another person that does cheat day stuff. It seemed like most of his videos were like almost advertisements, but he had one cheat day video where he does 23,000 calories. I'm not saying his name, but I think it was a faked content video, unfortunately. And the reason I say that is because obviously most of you know. If you're on the Uncut channel, you may not know, but obviously I do cheat day content, and I very commonly push close to 20,000 calories. Now, like you saw last week and this week, I'm going to be getting pretty close to 20,000 calories, but I'm extremely full. Extremely full. And when I do stuff like pizza or the fast food that I did today, when you add those proteins in, those proteins do not break down quickly at all. Like, they will sit inside you for a while digesting. Like, I still suspect that there's going to be a bit of a struggle with these, possibly. Now, the fact that he had a 23,000 calorie cheat day wasn't even the trigger. But like, that's basically, if you're eating 23,000 calories in a day, you're probably somebody with about a 15-pound stomach capacity. And that's something that you train for. That's not something you have by accident, the ability to eat that much in a day. It's not an accident. So after he got done the McDonald's, which I believe all of his meals came out to roughly about 5,500 calories. So pretty close to what one of my fast foods is. His next one was ice cream, which is a brilliant move. Ice cream at the end of the day, brilliant move. Ice cream goes down easy. You don't need to have fluids with it to make it go down easier. Like, that was a beautiful strategic move. But the first thing that he said at that meal was, well, it was McDonald's, so it went right through you. Usually that's a story that is told when that food was not processed. Nothing moves right through you. It's just not how things work. I was full from today's fast food all day. I wasn't full, but like, I was full enough where all day I was questioning whether or not I wanted a meal 3. Until basically like an hour before I started. And that's how it always goes. Whenever I have a meal that's like that, it's always like an hour before it's like, okay, I can actually do this. Like 20,000 calories in a day is not not a feat you just do by accident. It's not one that happens by accident. I mean, I suppose I just want to make sure you guys are aware that like there's plenty of content out there that is not exactly honest. And the reason that I care so much about stuff like that, whether it comes to the eating world or the fitness world, it's like that stuff kind of had me messed up. Like in the fitness world, steroid use, that's huge. And it's like, I personally do not care. Like if that's what you want to do to get the results that you're looking for, by all means, go for it. It's the dishonesty I don't like. Each individual has their own personal goals, and that's perfectly fine for them to achieve, but the dishonesty around like steroids and the things that go on in the eating industry, I understand why people do it, but it's more harmful. Like it's protecting whatever it is they're trying to protect is doing more damage to people than it's helping, just to help and protect your own image. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But I mean, that's kind of why I stopped doing the whole personal training thing. I mean, really, I was a much more lazy person back then. So that was part of it too. But like one of the things is, as a personal trainer, like your biggest billboard is the way you look. And one thing was, I was never okay with the way I looked. So that would have ruined my personal training, at least of the part of confidence that I should have had doing it. Like that would have been ruined because of my own self-image. But the other thing is, everybody that's enhancing themselves with extra vitamins, I can't keep up with that. And that's something that I could have also dealt with. That's something that I could have gotten by. But it's just like that's also in the same thing with the eating world. Like there are people that are going to be able to run by me in certain situations because there's a lot of consequences that get avoided by tactics used in the eating industry. And I don't like it. I don't like the dishonesty about it. It's like, to each their own, do things the way you want to do them. Like everybody's an adult, everybody can make a decision. But being dishonest about it is just, all it's doing is improving your own image while being a detriment to especially younger people who are seeing what you're doing and thinking that, oh, this is possible without extra attention. Like I went years trying to achieve a build in the gym that just is not something that you can really do as a natural person. But like that was also partially my dumb fault. Because obviously Arnold was the guy I wanted to be like. At least he was honest about his use. That's kind of what led me into the eating world then too, was I was looking for a way to be motivated to work out as hard as I enjoy working out. Because I go very extreme in all the things that I do. So it was like, what can I do where I can be as extreme as I like to go, but like I don't have to. I was trying to find, I'm a very competitive person when the heat of competition is in the air. So it was like, the competitive eating was kind of that way. It's like, oh, you don't have to, I won't need to get on steroids to be able to compete in this athletic event. And that was the thing. It's like, you know, I would have enjoyed trying to be a fighter or trying to do something athletically, but when it comes down to it, it's like basically the first lesson that I was noticing was the first thing you got to do is take steroids and know how to get past the test that they give you. And it's like, it's just not for me. Like being too oversized, I don't really care about. I do care about functional strength. But like aside from that, like I said, I tend to be on the lazier side. I will work very, very hard, but I'm going to do very hard work as minimalistic as possible. And when it comes to starting steroids, like now you're adjusting hormones. So now you have to make sure that all of your other hormones are in check. And it's one of those things where it feels like it's way more headache than it's worth. And I don't want to deal with the whole thing. But then again, my thing is I do appreciate endurance stuff. Like I was a wrestler, like that was, obviously wrestling is probably another sport where steroids are probably a big role. I feel like any sport, steroids are a big role. But like wrestling was an endurance thing, like it was an outlast. And outlasting is something I do well. So I didn't want to do steroids. And I felt like in the fitness world, all of the paths that I wanted to be on would lead me towards steroids. So it's just like, I got to get out. I got to have another reason. So with eating becomes my reason to train, to stay in shape. I won't need steroids because steroids can't really give you that much of an edge as far as eating goes. I mean, steroids obviously can basically help in a lot of situations when it comes to events of really any type of physical event, which eating kind of is. At the very least, with the extra mass, you have more calories burned just by being alive. Like, as far as contest eating, like, steroids are not a huge factor. However, the eating world has its own steroids. Like, not just competitive eating, but mukbang, just eating in general. Where it becomes, it's not just eating anymore, it's now an eating disorder. And I feel like there may be some, it sounds like from the stories that I've heard that it may be somewhat delusional. But I don't know enough eaters personally to say that for a fact by myself. It's just secondhand knowledge from the few eaters I do know and some things that I've heard. But like it sounds like it's basically just a reason to have an eating disorder. A socially accepted eating disorder, I guess. I don't know. And it definitely turned me off from it a little bit. Not enough to stay away from it, obviously, but I think I got an extra strawberry. But I think I went off on a tangent here. I'm pretty sure I had a different point at the beginning. But we ended up here. So I guess I'm going to have to title my video a little bit differently. I'm pretty excited. That was actually really delicious. And it went down a lot easier than I thought it would from the way I was feeling today. All right. I'm going to finish this as I'm cleaning up, because I don't want to get overfilled before I clean up. And I don't want to finish up all the milk because I know I'm going to enjoy this milk for the rest of the night. So, it was actually a pretty good cheat day today. I'm still feeling slightly under the weather. My nose is a little stuffily, which is unfortunate. But hopefully this week I'll feel a little bit better. this week 100% I'm going to feel a little bit better about the whole not working. I'll be able to hopefully make good videos maybe now. This cheat day, if I knew I was going to feel this good right now, I may have altered some things because I'm pretty sure I'm just shy of 20,000 calories. This was like 5,700 calories for all this. And then the past two meals were 76 and 60-50. So we were just shy of 2,000 calories with the almond milk and the little things here and there, coffee and whatnot. I should have got a small tub of ice cream. That would have been nice. But I'm definitely not going to do it now. I'll just take the almost 20K cheat day today. And we're going to get on to the exciting part of where in the world will season 2 end up, since I made a fool of myself this week eating all the stuff out of my cabinets that I wasn't going to make a video with. No idea. No idea how these next 2 weeks, which I think there's going to be 2 more episodes of the season, and then we're going to be moving on. I have a few things that I'm going to be changing around and seeing how they go. There's going to be some new segments added that I'm excited for. Season 3, there's going to be some new stuff going on. So hopefully everyone likes the new stuff, and we'll see how things turn up. But as for today, we got almost 20K. And it was actually a very, very good day. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this all. And hopefully next week I will be feeling a little bit better than I am now. I will be above the weather again. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you had a good time. I certainly had a good time. What in the world will I eat next? Hopefully all this lighting worked out. I mean, it looks cool from here, but we'll see. Yeah, the whole runny nose thing all day, that definitely was not making me happy. Like, I don't mind feeling under the weather, but like when my nose is runny and it's gross when I'm eating, I don't want that. Sniffling, not good. I know sometimes sniffles happen when I'm close to full, but like, I'm pretty sure the sniffles have been happening just because under the weather. Not good. Not good.